Hi everybody, this is Flaviu and this is video number 3 in which I will talk about contrast. Well, when it's about drawing and painting, contrast is a very important optical principle because in painting and drawing, contrast, it helps us to shape objects, to create volume and to give depth to objects. So to switch from two-dimensional drawing to third-dimensional drawing, contrast is one very important key. And now I will start to give you some examples. Right here I have 3 drawings. 2 are made by me and 1 is made by a colleague of mine, and this is a very good example of contrast that gives volume. If you see here, we have a cube into a space which has a kind of light, and one of the sides of the cube has the most light. And I will give you an example also on an object right here. This is my box from my iPhone, and if I put this in perspective and see that the source of light that I have is touching this side of this shape first, I can see that the one that faces the light in a more direct way, it grabs or it takes the most light. So these 2 sides have the same color, but switching the angle, do you see? The contrast between this one and this one is growing, or is it's switching, because you see, if this one faces the light more directly, it becomes lighter, and this one is darker. So what we can conclude here is the fact that in contrast, the dark, it's always in the back and the light, it's always in front. And why is that? Because take for example this hand. Do you see that this hand has a kind of depth? And this is the point that is touched first by the light. So that means he's grabbing the most light out of it. Compared with this side of the hand, which it's not in a direct angle in the relationship with the light, so that means it takes less light. Then this side that we don't even see is the darkest, of course, because the light can't pass the object, so it will. But anyway, we still have some light here, if we could see it 360, that is coming from the reflection of other objects. So the light is going there, is reflecting back, and is hitting this hand. So anyway, contrast is very important, and I will explain some more in the next video, in the next videos, in how to work with and how to create it. So if I give you this example, do you see I have a lighter side here, and what do I have to do? To put a darker one immediately after this one, to put this one in front, to make it very visible. To make light visible, you need dark. So this is the contrast. Contrast is one very important thing in drawing and painting, and this way your images will get quality. So don't be afraid about contrast. I see a lot of students that they are afraid to use the maximum black to get the maximum white. So please do not be afraid of making contrast, because this is life, is full with contrasts, and we have to reflect that also in art. So thank you very much guys for being here, and I can't wait to give you some more information about this field in my next videos. Stay tuned.